Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com. This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It is 9 a.m. It is time for Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. If you haven't done so already, we need you to go over to tuconservative.com, grab yourself a membership, support the podcast and what we do here at the Urban Conservative. Our mission is to share conservative values and principles to urban communities across this great country of ours. You can go over to tuconservative.com, grab yourself one of those Hamilton plants to help us keep the dice rolling. You can also grab yourself one of those work privilege t-shirts, a mug or a hat or a Urban Conservative t-shirt or something like that. You see that exclusive Top of the Morning mug that you can only get here on the Urban Conservative. So again, the website is tuconservative.com. We hope you'll grab one of those. Before I show you the mug shot, I got to plug this again here. Today, I'm on this whiskey-infused joint from Tyrus Kemp Coffee. You need to Google them. Check out Tyrus Kemp Coffee. I haven't had a sip of it yet, so I'm going to take a sip of it real quick. And for our mug shot of the day, you see I'm in that standard TUC mug. Wow, that's really good. And I got a light little bit of hazelnut in there just to throw off the whiskey infusion of the coffee. But again, that's Tyrus Kemp Coffee. Make sure you check the brother out, a good conservative coffee company. I got to give a big thank you to all of our sponsors and underwriters that help us keep doing what we do here, as I said, which is spreading conservative values and principles to urban communities across the country. And, basically trying to keep people thinking the right way. I also got to give a really big shout out to the Frederick Douglass Foundation in North Carolina. There's a conservative men's huddle coming up. You guys need to, if you are in the Fayetteville area, this is something y'all are not going to want to miss. This is a really cool event. You can go to menshuddlefayetteville.eventbrite.com. Get up with these gentlemen. I'll be moderating a panel discussion. We got some great gentlemen lined up for this men's huddle. The whole thing we're going to be talking about is interacting with the police, men's conscience on abortion, and how we can stop this assault on masculinity in our country. You know, anytime a man acts like a man, the left says, oh, he's being, toxic, putting somebody in their place, not allowing, certain foolishness to happen in our neighborhoods. And we're going to talk about foolishness today. But that's something that you guys need to check out. If you are in the Cumberland County area, you do not have to be a Republican. You just need to be a concerned man or woman that wants to come out and join the Frederick Douglass Foundation for the Conservative Men's Huddle in Cumberland County. It is going down September 9th from 9 to 11 at the C2C Equipping Center there in Fayetteville. You can again go to menshuddlefayetteville.eventbrite.com. I got to give a big shout out to Ashley and Shamika and the whole team, and Tansy and Clarence and everybody at the Frederick Douglass Foundation. I might just switch back to my FDF mug tomorrow. But again, great opportunity to network, to kind of figure out how we can become solutionologists, as Clarence would say, and make sure that we're taking back our communities as men. So again, menshuddlefayetteville.eventbrite.com. Fayetteville.eventbrite.com is the link for that. Hope y'all had a wonderful day yesterday. It's a Tuesday. Today's hump day. It's middle of the week. We've got some interesting things coming up. First thing we want to talk about this morning, and I'm already kind of getting in trouble on social media by saying things are distractions. The mainstream media's job is to distract. That is what they will do. That's their job, is to distract. Now, why would they want to distract people? I don't know, from something like the Bidens being corrupt. I don't know, something like the southern border being an absolute shamble. I don't know, something like layers and layers of corruption with the Alphabet City in DC weaponized against American citizens. Why would they want to distract? Is there a distraction happening? Is this really what's going on? So here's the interesting thing about this, right? When you look at this and you look at the timing, I'm not even going to talk about this Alabama stupidity yet, but look at the timing of this. There's things that make you go, and what the hell? Hunter accidentally admits laptop is his, okay? And then Trump says he'll be indicted a day later. Then in June, the FBI docs claim Biden allegedly bribed for $5 million. Mar-a-Lago incident. Devin Archer testifies, and then the Trump January 6th indictment. More and more coming out about Biden, more and more coming out about Hunter Biden. You got whistleblowers testifying, but we seem to want to get caught up in some dumbass fight in Alabama. We seem the world wants to be taken, Americans want to be taken by storm about a dumbass fight. Now, let me say this. Let me turn that off real quick. Let me be clear with y'all about something. The whole thing is stupid. The whole attacking the man because he was working was stupid. The whole fight on the pier was stupid. The memes with some lady getting slammed with a chair in her head is stupid. The whole thing is a distraction. Okay, I get it. It's funny. Chair foo. I get it. It's funny. We need a little brevity in life. But the fact of the matter is, it's stupid. It's dumb. It's a distraction. Meanwhile, the southern border is a damn nightmare. Meanwhile, we got this energy now. I'm hearing this thing and people are saying, oh, well, it's good that black people showed unity for once. Where the hell is all of this unity in Chicago when these drug dealers are shooting up shit? Where's all the unity in Charlotte with all the murders that are happening? Where's all the unity in Rocky Mount when young people, where is the smoke for the fentanyl traffickers? Where's the smoke for all of these people that are causing death and destruction and mayhem and degradation in our communities? But y'all want me to be proud because black people got into some dumbass fight? It was dumb. Now, the other argument, the whole thing is stupid. The other argument that I'm getting, that we're hearing, and look, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this because there are way more serious issues than some dumbass fight in a pier in Alabama. There's way more serious issues confronting the country. There's more issues facing North Carolina that need to be dealt with. Our education system's a mess. You got literally have Democrat politicians defunding the police, putting 150 police officers to protect themselves and not protect the communities that they were elected to protect. Mayor up in Chicago. Let's defund the police, but let's give me more police for my protection, for my people. Okay? Where's all this? Where is all of this unity at? Where is all of this smoke at? Where's this at for the things that actually matter? 90% of black people, 90% of black people are voting Democrat. The very people who are destroying your communities, who don't give a rat's ass about your community. There's no smoke for them, though. There's no smoke for Al Sharpton when he sits up there and lies. There's no smoke for Tyler Perry when he says stupid shit like Obama was a descendant of slaves. There's no smoke for that. But then the other argument, and let me help because I've heard more than one person say this. Well, the only reason you saying is stupid is because you're not connected with your people and you're not really black and you don't know. First of all, my grandfather was black as the ace of spades. Yeah, he spoke Spanish, but he was black as the ace of spades. His mother was a slave. His grandmother was a slave. Don't tell me I'm not connected. Every foster home I was in was a black family. Mm. Every single foster home I was in was a black family. So miss me with that. I'm not connected to the struggle with. I don't know. Get that fuck out of here with that. That's bullshit. Here's what I'm connected to: rational thinking. Yes, it was dumb as hell for them to attack that poor man while he was working, doing his job. The whole thing is dumb. The whole thing is actually a distraction, because while we're worried about a dumbass fight at a pier, they're passing laws. They're not passing laws. They're sliding dirt from the political elites under the rug. Meanwhile, we, the average American citizen, has to pay more in taxes, has to pay more in fuel, has to pay more for gas, have to pay more for food. You think the elites, you think the rich political elites give a damn how much a gallon of milk costs? We do. I do. You think the people who are at the top of the food chain actually care about a fight at a pier? You think they care? They don't. It's absolute hogwash, man. Absolute hogwash. Okay. Now, all right, yo, listen. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. This is just dumb. He was black, but he was not black American. He was black and he was in I can't even. I'm just not. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because it sounds like to me professional victimhood at play. You're not a victim like I'm a victim. Black Americans, air finger quote, there's no such thing as black Americans. Every black American ain't the same thing. Oh, so let me guess. I'm not connected enough to the struggle, so never mind my mother was a crackhead. Never mind I grew up separated from my twin brother. Never mind I grew up in the social service system. Never mind every foster home that I was in was a black family. Don't tell me I'm not connected to black culture. Get the fuck out of here with that. That's bullshit. I ain't listening to that. Matter of fact, I'm so connected to black culture, I'm in every black community I could possibly go to. Miss me with that. Ladies and gentlemen, the distraction is real. The victimhood mentality is real. The fact of the matter is, we have far more pressing issues to be concerned about than some dumbass fight. And the last thing I'm gonna say about this, if that's an example of black unity, if that makes you happy to see people fighting at a pier and you think it's about time black people came together to do something, that shit is stupid. It's literally stupid. The whole damn thing is stupid. Doesn't make any sense to me. But folks, that's the media's job. The media's job is to not get you thinking about the stuff that actually matters. What's the tax rate? What's going on with your county commissioners? We got all these casinos getting ready to pop up in North Carolina. We got an election on our hands with the potential first black governor in North Carolina history. We got a president, a former president that's been indicted umpteenth times. We got a weaponized Department of Justice. We have a failing government. We have teachers being attacked in classrooms. We have children who can't read. And y'all want me to worry about a damn fight? Some shit that happens every day, everywhere. There's a fight somewhere every day. Why do we care about it so much? I'll tell you why we care about it so much. Is because the media feeds into it. They feed into it. I'll share something with y'all. And then before we jump to the next thing, because we're going to talk about these North Carolina primaries here in a second. The media is entertainment. Entertainment. Their job is to direct the way you think. Their job is to misdirect you from the issues. If you've not been watching the weaponization of government subcommittee in the Congress, you don't know what I'm talking about. But it is a certified fact that the social media companies, the federal government, and mainstream media like MSNBC, CNN, and them, their job is to distract us from the truth. Their job is to keep us busy arguing and bickering about bullshit and not actually dealing with the issues that face our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a real quick commercial break. We'll be right back after this. We're going to talk about the North Carolina primaries are heating up. We'll be right back. This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're back on top of the morning. You're checking out the best 30-minute morning show on the interwebs. I am Abdul Ali. I got to give a big shout out to my twin brother, Raheem Architect Soto, who is on assignment this morning doing his writing thing. Shouts out to him and the whole South Shore press and everything they got going on over there. I also want to give a real big shout out to everybody over at the Frederick Douglass Foundation. Again, Conservative Men's Huddle going down in Fayetteville on September 9th from 9 to 11 a.m. at the C2C Equipping Center. Make sure you join us for that. It's going to be some interesting discussions. How can we stop this fight, this just attack on masculinity? We're going to talk about the social conscience of abortion from a men's perspective. I'm going to talk about the police and some police interactions and how we can do better, especially as men and especially as black men dealing with the police. So, North Carolina primaries are heating up. I know that there are several folks that are running for now. I think my man A.J. Dowd announced that he's running for the North Carolina State Auditor. So we got Charles Dingy, James Upchurch, and A.J. Dowd running for that. Your man Dan Bishop has announced that he is running for North Carolina Attorney General. So you've got two folks, Republicans in that race right now, Tom Murray and Dan Bishop, which is going to be interesting. And then the big dog race. Probably going to be the most expensive governor's race in North Carolina history. You've got three Republicans vying for that seat. You've got the current treasurer for the state of North Carolina, Dale Folwell. You've got former Congressman and U.S. Senate candidate Mark Walker. And you've got the current Lieutenant Governor, Mark Robinson, who are all vying for the Republican nomination to be the next governor of North Carolina. Now, you know, the conventional wisdom is that, and the polls show that Mark Robinson is just blowing everybody out of the water from a polling perspective. And, you know, we still got a lot of green to cover between now and primary day. But there's some big news, some heavy duty stuff dropping as a result of the primary season heating up. And I just thought it was interesting to see that come out. This has been posted on Mark Robinson's page. Your man Ted Budd has come out to endorse Mark Robinson for governor. Now, interestingly, Mark Robinson endorsed Ted Budd for U.S. Senate. Also, you heard Trump, when he was in North Carolina, say he was going to endorse Mark Robinson. He's got an endorsement coming. We haven't seen it yet. We haven't heard it yet. But, you know, I think it's fair to say that Mark Robinson got a bigger applause and ovation than Trump did when you look at the event. Now, one of the interesting things about this governor's race, right? And I'm wondering if I can pull this. I might be able to pull this while we talk about this, is that on paper, Dale Folwell and Mark Walker are highly qualified for the job on paper. I mean, admittedly, Dale Folwell has done a number of amazing things as the treasurer for the state of North Carolina. He's done some amazing stuff on paper, highly qualified guy. I think Mark Walker did some amazing things in Congress while he was there, but you got to look at the numbers, okay? And look, here's the fact of the matter. Mark Robinson crushed it in the 2020 election. He absolutely crushed it. The fact of the matter is, are the numbers going to be there for Walker and for Folwell? That is the number one question, especially when you see heavy duty endorsements like, you know, you got your man Ted Budd endorsing Mark Robinson. You've got Dan Bishop, who's come out to endorse Mark Robinson. You've got a number of state legislators and state senators that have come out to endorse Mark Robinson. His poll numbers are looking amazing. It's going to be a tight fight, but I think it's important for folks to recognize and realize that there's still a lot of green between now in the primary season, but it's heating up. I also think it's interesting to see how Josh Stein, who has done absolutely abysmal job as the North Carolina Attorney General, he's done an abysmal job. His job is not to play politics. His job is to defend the state of North Carolina, to defend the state in court, to defend the laws and the Constitution of the state of North Carolina. Okay. He's basically the top cop in North Carolina. He's done an abysmal job. He hasn't done his job as attorney general. If you think Roy Cooper's a leftist governor, let Josh Stein get in there and watch what happens. But I'll tell you something. The interesting thing is, it is a difficult uphill battle that conservatives are facing to get a Republican governor elected. North Carolina has never in its history elected a Republican lieutenant governor to become governor, let alone have we ever had a black governor or a black lieutenant governor for that matter. Fact of the matter is, right? We are going to make sure that we're keeping people aware of what's happening every step of the way. Every single candidate, Dale Falwell, Mark Walker, Mark Robinson, they all have policy positions that you need to be aware of. Any one of those three, I'll take over the Democrat Josh Stein. I'll take any one of them. You know, I don't know about y'all. I'll take any one of those Republicans over Josh Stein any day because he's not going to be the governor for all of North Carolina. He's going to continue to do what Roy Cooper did, which is be the dog whistler for the left, to be the activist Democrat governor that we don't need in North Carolina. The only reason we are in such great economic condition as a state is because of Republican leadership. Because over the last decade or so, Republicans have exercised fiscal constraint and fiscal conservatism. They've been smart. Now, some folks are on either side of the Medicaid expansion issue. Some folks are on either side of the medical marijuana issue. Some folks, you're going to have conservatives on either side of any of these issues, but it is not up for debate that Republicans have led the way to leading North Carolina to once again be number one for business, the number one place to build and grow a business. If you want to put steel in the ground and build a company, North Carolina is the place to do it. Right? That is definitely where you want to be to grow a business. Okay. We're going to take a real quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to come back. New York City is heating up. People are getting pissed off because they want to put a tent city there. We're going to talk about it when we come back on the other side of this break. Don't go nowhere. Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're back. Top of the morning here on the Urban Conservative. You're checking out the best 30-minute morning show on the planet. Dan Bishop is actually going to be at Maggiano's today with the Republican Women's Club there. So I don't know if tickets are still available, but I know Dan Bishop is slated to be in the town today. Last thing we're going to talk about this morning has to do with the great state, the Empire State, New York, with your man, Eric Adams, y'all. Mr. Mayor of Gotham himself. Mr. We're going to be a sanctuary for all people. Mr. Send them here. Mr. Let's put them in your homes. New York City Mayor Eric Adams announced that a new taxpayer-funded tent city for illegal migrants will be going up. Adams announced this on Monday that Randall Island in New York City will be the new spot for more than 57,000 illegal migrants living in the city. I noticed they never call them what they are. They're illegal migrants. No, they're illegal aliens, okay? Living in the city that never sleeps. As the number of asylum, so we went from illegal migrants to asylum seekers. As the number of asylum seekers in our care continues to grow by hundreds every day, stretching our system to its breaking point and beyond, it has become more and more of a Herculean effort to find enough beds every night, Adams said in a press release on Monday. What about the New Yorkers that you couldn't find beds for before these illegal ass people got here? Interesting. We're grateful to Governor Hochul and New York State for their partnership in opening this new humanitarian relief center and covering the cost. And we need more of the same from all levels of government. I don't want my tax money going to no damn illegals. How about that? We will continue to work with the governor and elected officials across the state to address the crisis as New York City continues to do more than any other level of government. Well, your ass called for them. You said it. We're going to be a sanctuary. You the one that said it, sir. Former New York Governor David Paterson said the migrant crisis in New York City was reaching its tipping point in a recent radio interview. Paterson said during a radio interview with John Castimedes on Sunday, "Look what happened at the hotels, where the hotels are filled up," he said. "They were trying to get the excess migrants, mostly males, who couldn't get into the hotels, and they chose to sleep on the streets instead of going to another facility. New York City lawmakers have pled for help as migrants have started sleeping on sidewalks in Midtown." Councilwoman Vicky Palladino warned that the surge of illegals is affecting New Yorkers' quality of life and that the situation is absolutely out of control. It's the damn Democrats that are affecting New York City's quality of life. It's the Democrats. It's y'all policies. Y'all the ones that they're seeking asylum. We got to make sure that the people who are here are seeking asylum. We got to make sure that they have the asylum. You're only people. There's no such thing as illegal people. They're only people seeking asylum. We got to take care of the people that are seeking asylum. But meanwhile, what about the residents of the city that y'all swore to protect and defend? Huh? What about the fact of the matter that these people crossed our border illegally, which is a crime? How about that part? How about the part where you have crime on the rise in your city? How about that? How about y'all are now on top of that? I just saw the video where y'all are increasing the cost for New Yorkers. Y'all congestion fees going up, the toll fees going up 6%. You're paying more to get on the subway. It is like $2. It's damn near $3 to ride the subway now in New York City. I remember when it was like $1 and change. I remember that. Good gosh almighty. I remember it was like $1.25 to get on the subway. It's like $3 now, which is absolutely nuts. But our federal tax dollars are supposed to go to pay for illegal immigrants. You hardworking New Yorkers don't get a break, right? Y'all get more and more tax. You're more and more cost. I saw one of the cab drivers talking about they're going to increase all the fees, but the pay for drivers don't go up. The cost for food is rising, but the pay for people is not going up. What happened to Build Back Better? What happened to that whole situation? I thought we were supposed to be building back better, Biden. Eric Adams, what's up, man? Y'all talking about y'all are going to be a sanctuary city. This is the bullshit that comes along with being a sanctuary city. This is what you got to deal with when you advocate for and promote leftist, radical left, socialist, and Marxist policy, bro. This is what happens. Your city gets overrun by people who don't want to become Americans. You think those people want to become Americans? They absolutely don't. They want to come here and get free shit. Let's just call it what it is. I know. Y'all, that's just what it is. I don't have a polite way to say it. They just want free shit. If it was about coming to the country and becoming a positive, productive member of society, your ass wouldn't have crossed the border illegally. I say you should put their asses all on buses and send them back where they came from. That's what I say. We don't need them here. If you're not going to do things the right way, we don't need you here. Am I saying I'm an anti-immigration? No. Y'all know the story. I got my great-grandparents immigrated here. A lot of y'all great-grandparents immigrated here. Y'all got Haitians and Africans and the United States takes in more African immigrants than any other country in the world. We take in more immigrants per capita than any other country in the world. So miss me with the United States is a racist country and we don't want immigrants. Miss me with that bullshit because that's BS. But you need to come here. You need to do it the right way. You need to learn the language. You need to assimilate. You need to become an American. And what does that mean? First, you speak English. 2, you get a driver's license and insurance. 3, you work for what you get. You don't take crap from other people. You work hard. You look for opportunities. You seize those opportunities. You have a dream and you work on it. Okay? I'm sad, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sad because Eric Adams sold the people in New York a bill of goods. He sold them a bill of goods and they fell for it hook, line, and sinker. But that's what the urban conservative is here for, to help y'all think a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been checking out the best 30-minute morning show on the planet. We will be back live and direct tomorrow morning. I think Raheem will be with me for top of the morning. But as always, stay tuned. Hit us with a like, share, subscribe, follow us on all social media channels. Hit touconservative.com, grab yourself a membership, find out how you can sponsor an episode. And we will see you bright and early right back here for top of the morning here on the Urban Conservative. Y'all have a positive, productive, and powerful day. Peace.